Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to do some reacts. For the first react ever, we're going to look at this video where I found, it's like a setup wars episode, console edition. Let's go. Let's go. I'm excited. Whoa. Sheesh. Hide your cables. Yep, I have quite a cable management problem.
So we're starting off the episode fairly simple with
Hey Malaysia, what's up?
Setup from Adrian, coming
Adrian,
all the way from Malaysia. What is up, dude? He built a fairly compact setup for his PS4 on a custom-made desk. He's got that hooked up to a 24-inch monitor with a mouse and keyboard. Apparently, a mouse and keyboard is very common with most console setups nowadays. It just feels like consoles are trying to become more and more like PCs. Adrian is rocking the Red Dragon K552 keyboard and a TechWare.
Oh, he's using a mouse and a keyboard for a console. I didn't know you can do that. I always felt that if you play FPF games, first-person shooter games, you use the controls. It's not it's not as tactile. It's not as fast if you use your keyboard and mouse. So maybe that's why this Adrian uses this setup. That's quite interesting.
Mouse with an Armageddon Nuke 11
Yo.
headset. We do have a fake.
Look at how worn down the headset was. That's pretty worn out. This is a PS4, I believe. I'm not so good with my consoles yet. And that's a nice looking plant.
IKEA plant for a bit of decoration, but other than that, nothing really exciting that makes this setup stand out. Most console setups don't really care much about cable management, so it's nice to see that you did put an effort in managing those wires on the desk. But like I said, a very simple and straightforward console setup to start off the show. Thank you, Adrian, for entering. Now here's a setup that has a bit more effort put into it. Eddie from the UK built himself a cozy little PS5 setup. I'm actually jealous. I mean, technically it's a hybrid console setup with an all-in-one PC that he hooked up to both of his monitors. The setup definitely has an interesting layout. Looks like he used a single
tabletop. That's the table I'm using,
against
I think.
The wall, covered with those 3D art panels. But also looks like he followed through.
So he used that to cover the CPU, I think, with the cables and all that. You can see. That's quite interesting. And I like how the PS5 sits alone on the side on that small little panel. There's lesser chance of you knocking things over. For me now, because I have everything on my table, it's quite easy for me to knock something over, and that's my main worry, because I have this number one rule: no liquids on the table. If I'm eating Maggie and then I spill the Maggie, oh my god, can you imagine the horror if it spilled onto my Xbox or onto my laptop directly? Oh my gosh, no liquids.
Desk as well, which personally I don't think was necessary. Maybe he had a bunch of extra ones left over and decided to use them. Either way, I think it looks good. He also hooked up an IKEA wall shelf on the left side to hold up his PS5 and another shelf up top.
I like how it's all white.
For peripherals, he's using the SteelSeries Apex 5 keyboard and the Rival 600 mouse with a set of speakers that are hooked up to his all-in-one PC in the back. It definitely feels like there was some planning involved. The wall shelf was a nice addition to hold the PS5.
Check out the wood at the side, that's nice.
Black color scheme, and he did a pretty good job on cutting those 3D art panels as well. Well done, and thank you for sharing this with us. Here's another fairly simple setup from Jake. We've got another lemon tabletop
Canada.
with a single 27-inch monitor, although he's using a 4K monitor to take advantage of 4K gaming. We got another keyboard and mouse setup with the HyperX Alloy and glorious model mouse with the Astro A40s as a gaming headset. Most of the wires do seem to be under control with some zip ties, and I like that you used a
I used to do that. When I just moved into my own house, this is exactly what I did for my TV console outside. My wife was not so happy, but we haven't found a perfect TV console to hide all the cables. So this is exactly what I did. Use a shoebox. Mine didn't have that hole at the side, so I had to cut out myself. So I hide everything inside and just nicely, neatly use cable ties to keep it under control.
Shoebox to hide the power strip. Very clever. It's got a pretty solid foundation so far, but I would love to see a bit more personality. Thank you, Jake.
How does he open the door? I'm sure the door opened outwards, right? Because if you open inwards, it's gonna bang into the table. Yeah, I think so. Xbox, sub Xbox.
So this next setup has a heartbreaking story. Normally you would hear about console gamers upgrading to PC setups, but not in Travis's case. He had to actually sell his Skytech PC for scraps because it broke down and their customer service didn't do anything to help him out.
Oh gosh.
Shocker. So he sold it for $300 along with his Amp Pro 2 keyboard and Viper Ultimate mouse to buy the new Xbox Series S.
Woo!
There were some other personal problems that I won't share with you guys in this video, but just know, Travis, I did read your story and I'm truly sorry you had to go through all of that, my guy. I do have your Discord tag, so I will be reaching out to you shortly, by the way.
Okay,
So the setup
that's
actually
nice of him.
consists of his Xbox Series X console and his Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, which is using DeX, hence why it looks like he's on a desktop. For those who aren't aware, if you own a high-end Samsung device, you can actually extend that into a desktop experience,
Oh,
hence
wow.
the term DeX. With it, you can connect a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, which is what Travis did for his setup. For audio, he's got a few sets of
that's cool. I
headphones,
didn't know about
HyperX
that.
Cloud 2s for gaming, and the Beats Studio 3 for music. It also looks like he has
that's
a
nice.
dedicated racing sim setup with the Logitech wheel and
Whoa,
accessories.
they look so
Great
cool.
work with the cables under the desk. It's nice to see
Nice.
a Signum rack, and we also got a few RGB strips to add that nice underglow. It would be cool to grab a stand for your Xbox or your smartphone, maybe even a controller hanger if you really want to keep that surface clean, but overall a really cool console setup. Thank you, Travis,
Nice.
for entering.
Quite clean.
This last setup has a really great layout. This is our first ever
Oh,
corner setup
L-shaped
with
table,
two
yeah.
separate areas. We have the console gaming section with a 24-inch monitor and
Ah,
the
this is quite
entertainment section
a
with
good
a
idea, yeah.
27-inch monitor. This layout is ideal for people that don't quite have the space.
Yeah, this is quite a good idea because, like, for me, I have to record, like, I have to play games, and then I also have to do my editing, my video editing. So probably if I do this L-shaped setup, one area can be for me to play games. The other area could be for me to do my editing. Like as of right now, my issue is that I only have one monitor and one laptop. So monitor for gaming and laptop to record and edit my videos. But sometimes I have to switch the wires in between the configuration of like between my Xbox and monitor and laptop, depending on whether I'm playing games or I'm editing my videos. So yeah, this is quite a good idea actually.
Against a single wall for a large desk. So they split the setup into two smaller desks in the corner, which can also free up additional space in your room if done right. This is also the first setup in the video without a keyboard and mouse. We have just this controller with a pair of Astro A20s. The setup definitely has a lot more personalization compared to the other console setups in the video. I do love the two-tone color scheme with that blue lightning bolt neon sign. You also did a pretty good job with the cables as well. No real complaints. I'm just loving the vibes of the setup. Thank you.
Nice.
William, for
Okay, let's choose favorite. I think for me, it would definitely be William's setup. Like I mentioned, yeah, I really appreciate having that much space to do one side for playing and recording the games, another side of the table to do my video editing. But I guess the overall theme of all this, mostly all these setups, gaming rooms and all that, it's like RGB is everywhere, man. I don't know, I feel like RGB is already overkill. But I guess that's the general look of gaming rooms. I've never had RGB. Honestly, a little backstory, the room I'm recording my gameplays is actually meant to be my daughter's room. But I hang as you can see, I hang my bicycles there. And then actually to my left here, we do some ironing and also, you know, the closet where we hang our clothes. So yeah, I don't know whether I will change this room up, but basically I already had this room and I come in and set up my little gaming setup over here. But yeah, maybe we can continue to look at these setup videos and find some inspiration. So yeah, that's it guys. That's my first official episode of reacting to YouTube videos. Hopefully there'll be more of this soon, and thanks for watching. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's it for today's video. Subscribe for more gameplays and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.